Well, that went totally unexpected. Yeah, I thought we had the majority, but I guess Mike and Marjorie were just not with us. Well, I think, I know, you trust Marjorie, I think we can trust her, but I don't know about Mike. Yeah, I'm a little bit, yeah, I don't really trust Mike either. It's kind of hard to describe his game, really. He's just a bit of a loose cannon and he's got a good game sense, but I mean, I don't know how he can make that move and not expect for him to be targeted. Do you think we should form an alliance with the other three of Carl, Jim, and Phoebe to take those two out? Well, I don't want to isolate Marjorie since I'm in an alliance with her. Well, a duo with her. She hasn't really worked with me on some occasions, but I just think we need to form a majority to consider taking Mike out. It is by no stretch of the imagination that Mike is a big threat, and it is appropriate, I think, for me and Lucas to now consider ways to get him out. Hey Marjorie. Hey guys, what do you want? We're just talking about Mike, how he's become a big game player now, and we're considering trying to form a majority to take him out. So you want me to do it? Yeah, I guess I mean, I know you're close with him and stuff, but I just feel if you don't take him out now, there might not become an opportunity later on. I mean, I get your reasonings. It's just, yeah, I'll think about it. It's just because since I'm in a close alliance with him, it's going to be quite difficult for me to flip. But yeah, your reasons are valid. Alright, we just need you to think about it. You do have 3 days. So, me and Sarah's plan to get rid of Mike is to slowly take power away from him, and it's not by no stretch of the imagination that Mike and Marjorie are a close duo, so you split that up. Mike doesn't have any power, and Marjorie, who's also quite a smart old lady, she won't have much power, and I mean, it's just necessary in order to make this blindside happen. So, Lucas and Sarah want me to flip to take Mike out, and although their reasons are valid, and they make a good point, I think me and Mike could go a long way. He's someone who values the game, and with him I feel like I've got a lot of power because, well, we've got this plan where we just jump, we don't really tie ourselves to any alliance, and we jump between alliances to vote people out that we want out. And he's got an idol, so if anyone catches on, he can just play it. I think the hardest part about working with him is the fact that he could beat me in the end, and that's where I think their points are valid. That if I'm gonna betray him, it's better to do it now than later. Well, thanks for sticking with us, man. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it. Competition-wise, Mike will be a big, competition to beat at the end. He's willing to work with me right now, which is fine. I don't mind that. It just allows me to survive some more votes. But as long as I still have the numbers, if I want to, I can just take him out. And that's really all that matters. And I trust him because he's willing to work for me, but he is a big threat, and taking him to the end will be dangerous. Hey Mike? Yeah? We wanted to talk to you separately. About what? Well, we value Jim as a big threat to our games, and especially to your game, because he understands who's the biggest threats in this game. So if you're looking to play strategically, he'll see that as a threat to his game and will probably look to take you out sooner or later. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Why are you thinking of turning on him? We've talked about it a few times. Me and Carl when's the right move to make it, but we need numbers because it's just the two of us. So if the time comes down to it, would you potentially do it? I mean, yeah, I'm not against it. So the game is moving quite quickly. I think everyone says that, but it's true. A lot of strategic talks happening, and me and Phoebe decide to introduce Mike to the plan of getting rid of Jim. Now's probably the time to strike if we decide to do it. However, me and Phoebe could potentially still use Jim, as we do have a majority right now, and I don't want to throw that away. So potentially we just take maybe Sarah and Lucas out, and that puts us in a final 5 situation. I think final 5 is the time for us to strike. I think that's the appropriate time. So instead of deciding who is the biggest threat strategically, I'm now starting to think who do I want to see in that final 5, and it's coming to my point of view that everyone's targeting big threats like, I don't know, Phoebe and Carl want Jim gone. I mean, some people might want me gone. I don't know. I think the strategic threat thing, like getting rid of strategic threat things, are getting a bit old. So I'm gonna start pointing my radar at like physical threats, as like Carl and Lucas. I think are my next targets. As once I get to Final 5, if they're still there and I want to make a move against them and they just win immunity, it's hard to get around that really, and it's just precaution really. So when you guys looking to do the move against Jim? Well, any time between now and Final 5. Okay, so I think hold off on it until Final 5, and I think we take a shot at Lucas. Well, maybe Sarah might have a bit more game sense and a little bit better jury rep, but Lucas, like, if he gets to Final 5 and stuff, like and wins the immunity challenge when we want to try and take him out, it's a bit difficult to get around that, isn't it? But it's like almost impossible. I mean, I can try and beat him into today's immunity challenge, but I guess if he wins, we can just put the vote on Sarah. Yeah, I guess so. So I'm glad Mike is like seeing the gym boot as an important vote out, and to have his wisdom on board is quite good for me and Carl, who haven't like had the most strategic game. I'll put it out there, and I feel like when the time comes to take Jim out at Final 5, I guess he might be right that we need to take like out some physical threats in the meantime. But when the time comes to take Jim out, if Mike is there, we can pounce on the opportunity and stuff. Having Mike along for the road is important because he could be a potential extra vote for us, and it just makes the Final 5 vote out of Jim just that much easier. But I need to remember that Jim is a close ally of mine right now, and so if any different move comes up, I still need him around. So it's kind of a battle of whether should I do it? Yes, like he is a big threat, but he is my ally, so maybe I shouldn't. And that's what I'm battling against at the moment. Are you ready to get to your 4th individual immunity challenge for the season? Yeah, for today's challenge, you guys will line up and race out to collect some tokens. You'll then bring that token back and place it on your pedestal. Each colored token is worth a different amount of points. Orange is worth 1, purple is worth 2, green is worth 3, yellow is worth 2, and the red one is worth 5. After 1 minute, we'll tally up the amount, and the 2 people with the least amount of points will be eliminated. Last person standing will win immunity safe from the vote. Losers Trouble Council, where somebody will be the 10th person voted out of this game and the 4th member of the jury. Also, a ground rule is that you can only take 1 token at a time, so play strategically. Alright, we'll draw for spots, and then we'll get started. Okay, everybody is in position, and this challenge is on. Already right off the bat, Lucas is out in front, but Carl is close behind. Carl gets a token. Lucas is still racing out. Everybody else is really far behind. Carl gets his first token back. Everybody else has got a token or is looking for one. Carl is racing back out. Lucas gets his first token back. Everybody else is racing back, but they are far behind. Carl has got another token. Everybody else is running back out. They've all got 1 token. Carl brings back another token. He's got 2. Everybody else is searching or getting a token and having to bring it back. Lucas brings out another token. Carl is running out again. We have 30 seconds, so we might only have time for 1 more run. Carl has found another block. Lucas is running out. Everybody else has returned their second token, but they're going to have to work hard because we're running out of time. And Lucas are coming back with another token. Everybody else is running out, but there are only 3 tokens left. Only 3 people will be able to collect one. Lucas and Carl bring back a 3rd token. Mike, Jim, and Phoebe get the final tokens, meaning Marjorie and Sarah don't have any tokens to bring back. Jim and Phoebe bring back another token, and that's time's up. Damn it. Mike can't bring back a 3rd token. We will now tally up the points. I have tallied the points. The person with the most points is Lucas. Lucas had 13 points. Lucas moves on to the next round. And the 2 people with the lowest points are Sarah with 2 points and Phoebe with 3 points. They are out of this challenge. Ah, damn it. Alright, everyone is in position. Survivors ready? Go! Once again, it's Carl and Lucas quickly out of the gate. Everybody else is quite far behind. Carl has his first token, he's running back. Everybody else is finding their token. Carl has his first token. Lucas is bringing back his first token. Everybody else is working hard. Carl is still running out. Lucas is running out. Everybody else gets back with their first token. Carl is coming back with another token. Lucas has found another token. Everybody else is running out. We have 30 seconds left. Carl is wasting no time and is rushing out for his third token. Lucas coming back with his second token. Everybody else is working hard trying to find their second token. Carl is coming back with yet another token. Lucas is rushing out for another token. Everybody else is rushing back. Carl gets his third token back and he's rushing out for a fourth, but does he have enough time? Lucas is coming back with his third. Everybody else is rushing out for their third. Everybody else is rushing out. Jim gets a token. Lucas has stopped. They have all got 5 seconds left. Can they make it back with another token? And that's time's up. Marjorie can't get back with another token. Everybody else has 3. Okay. Once again, the winner of this round is Lucas with 13 points. And the 2 people with the lowest points are Marjorie with 3 and Mike with 4. They are out of this challenge. We have our final 3. It is Carl, Lucas and Jim fighting for immunity. Alright, we have our final 3. The person who brings back the most will win. Survivors ready? Go! Everybody is rushing out. Carl finds a token. Lucas finds a token. Jim finds a token. All 3 boys rushing back with their first token. They all get their first token. But Lucas is rushing out for his second. Lucas is rushing back with his second token. Both Carl and Jim are still looking for their second token. And once again, in the final round of the immunity challenge, Lucas is going hard out. Jim and Carl are falling behind. They're bringing back their second token. Lucas is now coming back with his third token. Carl and Jim are running out for their third token. Lucas is coming back with his third token. Jim and Carl have found their third token. Lucas has brought back his third token. There is now 20 seconds left. Can Jim and Carl catch up? Lucas has found his fourth token. Both Jim and Carl are racing out to catch up. Carl and Jim have found their fourth block. Jim and Carl are coming out with their fourth block. Lucas, with 10 seconds left, is going out for his fifth. Lucas gets his fifth block. Jim and Carl are looking out for their fifth token. We have a challenge on now. Lucas far out ahead, bringing back his fifth block. Jim and Carl coming back with their fifth block. There's 5 seconds left. And time. Everyone comes back with a fifth block. Let's see who won the challenge. Congratulations to the 3 of you. In third place with 9 points is Carl. And second place with 12 points is Jim, meaning Lucas with 14 points wins immunity for the 3rd time in a row this season. Congratulations, Lucas, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 6. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight with somebody will be the 10th person voted after this game and the 4th member of the jury. It will not be you. Alright, grab your stuff, get back to camp. I'll see you guys tonight for Tribal Council. So, once again, the challenge seemed like you only had to be the quickest. No, you just had to be the smartest. I mean, instantly I thought, oh, about 5 points for a red token. If I just got that, I'd probably win. And yeah, for the first couple of rounds, all I needed was a red token, but I guess I got a bit greedy. And then in that final round, I just had enough energy to win the challenge. I got a bit nervous when Jim got the red token, but otherwise, I had enough gas in me to get the other 2 yellow ones, putting me in front. So, yeah. Once again, I won the challenge purely because I was more strategic than the competition. Congratulations, Lucas. Thanks, man. Yeah, well, once again, like, you kind of blew the competition out of the water. Yeah, but it was closer. Lucas winning immunity is like, like really annoying to me. I mean, obviously I wanted to, well, the original plan was to vote him out and work with Jim and Phoebe and Carl, but I have options. If Lucas and Sarah are still willing to work with me and Marjorie, we can just take Carl out, because I don't think Marjorie, well, is willing to really vote for Sarah. I don't really have any strong feelings for Sarah, so I might as well. I could like vote with Jim, Phoebe, and Carl without Marjorie, but that's kind of betraying Marjorie's trust. I do have options, but they're kind of a bit mixed, if that's the right word to use. So, is it vote Sarah now? Yeah, well, I guess so. I guess we have not much of a choice. Yeah, well, if the four of us vote Sarah, even if Marjorie comes with us, she goes home anyway. Right, cool. So, when Lucas won immunity, that was a bit disappointing. But I think the four of us, being me, Jim, Mike, and Phoebe, are willing to vote Sarah out. But the thing is I don't know if Mike's really going to go through with it, because, well, I don't think Marjorie's going to vote for Sarah, and if she doesn't, Mike might not, so it turns a very simple vote into something that could be a bit worrying for me, because as somebody who keeps, like, coming second in immunity challenges, I could be potentially targeted. So what do? Do we just do Mike? Personally, Mike, like, I understand the reasons for getting rid of Mike, but I think it's a waste of time. We need a majority, and I think, like, Mike's, like, the only one who would really flip. Like, he's the only one who would really trust, and we can, like, kind of trust him. Like, more than the other three. So who are you saying we vote out? I don't know, someone like Jim. I think he's, like, the ringleader over there, so take him out, and the other two will, like, that'll be the end. Cut off the snake's head, the body won't survive, so, yeah. I think we vote Jim out and try and get Mike to flip. You think you can get him to flip? I probably can. No promises though. It's okay. So Marjorie's plan is to try and get Mike to flip to join us three. Marjorie's quite close with him, which could help us in the end. And so hopefully once Mike flips, we can take out Jim, and then everything can go sweet from there. But I still don't trust Mike overall. And I feel like after tonight's vote, we could just potentially just vote him out. Hey man, hey Marjorie. So what are you doing? Well, so here's the thing. Lucas and Sarah want me to ask you if you're like willing to flip and vote out Jim. Look, I'm into the idea of voting out Jim. It just, like, I'm starting to get a good connection with the guy. I know he's a big threat, would be a big move, and it's tempting. But I have a feeling, like, I know Jim's quite, like, not physically strong, like, not like the strongest person ever, but I have a feeling we should take either a shot at Carl. That would be my reason for flipping. Like, Carl's, like, he's a big threat, he doesn't have, like, many enemies or anything, and I just feel like if we get to a final five situation, or a situation down the road where we're going to take Carl out, he might win and then we have to turn on each other, if you know what I mean. I understand that, but, like, who are like Carl, Jim, and Phoebe looking to target? Sarah, what would be your reasons to stay with them? That's a good question. I think what I came up with is because, well, obviously, like, I, like, trust Jim and stuff, but I can't just work with Jim alone, so I need those three. So if I was to stay with them, that would be the reason, just for them to be votes. So you're kind of in the middle. Well, yeah. But since, like, me and you are, like, allies and stuff, I'm more, like, probably going to go along with you. But just, I need them to get the vote on Carl, and that would be my reasons. Okay, well, I think you need to talk to them to make sure that they trust you. So, I've done all I can to try and get Mike to flip. Now my hands are tied. It's up to Mike's choice now. The only good thing about tonight is that I'm not on the chopping block, and I don't have to make such a big move that it will jeopardize my game, because I think I really had a fair enough game to help me win in the end. And Mike's going to be in the hot seat, and I've just told him, get good connections with Lucas and Sarah so they can trust you if you are willing to flip and vote out, well, Carl. And he's going to bring that across. It's not my job to do that. Now, hey Mike, what do you want? So Marjorie came up to talk to me and say, hey, if you're willing to flip, we're going to vote for Jim. Well, like, I'm into working with you guys because, well, like, in the pre-merge, we had, like, a good thing going along. And, like, I think, obviously, voting out Jim would be a big move. I have a feeling that tonight might be a good idea to take out a physical threat. What do you mean? Like, take out Carl. Why? Well, he's a physical threat. I just have a feeling like down the road, if we are like, need to take him out later and he wins immunity, you know, that kind of jeopardizes things, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I guess you're right. So, well, we just need a majority. We just thought like maybe if we were voting for Jim, we'd like be more willing to flip, but I guess if Carl's what it takes, you don't mind it? Yeah. Okay, cool. If you guys are voting Carl, then I probably will flip. So, things are happening quickly and, well, like I like the results of them actually, because Mike is willing to flip, but all we have to do is vote for Carl. I mean, like, there might be a bit of hesitance to do it, as we don't want Mike to have control over the vote, but I guess we don't have any choice, because we need to, like, get, like, a majority, if that makes sense, in order to survive tonight's vote and move on as a group. And at the same time, I don't know if I can really trust Mike. Like, I'm worried about the fact that he wants to take out a physical threat, and maybe, if I didn't win immunity, maybe he would want to take me out. I don't know. So I'm nervous about the guy, but if voting up Carl is what it takes to get a majority, then I'm probably going to do it. Tonight vote's big for me moving forward. I have two alliances, not really alliances, two groups I can work with. I can work with Sarah's group and vote out Carl, hopefully they're doing that. I can work with Jim's group, vote out Sarah. If I vote Sarah out, I might lose trust with Marjorie and Lucas. But it doesn't matter, because then I can just work with Jim. But at the same time, if I work with Jim, Carl and Phoebe, I might be in a minority. At the same time, Carl and Phoebe are wanting to vote out Jim, so they might use me for that, and I can make it to the final three with them. But if I don't vote with them, they might not want to trust me, so then that idea goes out the window. I do have an idol, so if I make the wrong decision and it backfires, I have the idol to play on myself. But yeah, tonight's vote's going to be interesting to see what I do, and I don't want to get nervous over it. I've got to make a decision anyway, so might as well just get it done with. Welcome. We're to your fourth merged tribal council. First thing first, we'll bring in the members of the jury, Lindsay, Steve and Lena, voted out at last night's tribal council. So Lucas, how does it feel that you've won 3 challenges in a row and you're only 1 immunity challenge win from tying the record with Rob for most immunity challenge wins in a row? I mean, yeah, obviously I'm going to try and go for it, and I might as well, like, continue winning to see if I can get 5 or 6 in a row. So, Carl, does it make you feel worried the fact that Lucas has got lots of ambition to just keep winning challenges? Yeah, a little bit of worry, but, I mean, there's more aspects to the game than just winning challenges. I mean, like, you could look at strategic ability or social ability. I think everyone knows this by now. Sarah, how do you base your vote on tonight? Just trying to form a majority, I guess, Jeff. Like, I may not be in, like, the most comfortable position, but that's the point. Like, you need to be in a comfortable position, and that's kind of how I'm basing my vote on tonight. So, Mike, does anything change in your preparation after hearing those 3 responses? No, I've got a big vote tonight. I've got to make the decision anyway. It might piss some people off. That's Survivor. I think they'll have to get over it. I mean, like, look at those 3 members on the jury. They have to get over their elimination, and yeah, honestly, it's a tough decision for me tonight, but I've got to make it. Alright, with that it is time to vote. Marjorie, you'll start us off. Sarah, I'm sorry for this. This is just like the decision my alliance made after Lucas won immunity for like the billionth time. Sorry Carl, you were just a big threat, and I guess this is the decision we have to make to form a majority. I'll tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No? Alright, I'll read the votes. Person with the most votes must leave the tribal council area immediately. Alright. First vote, Carl. Second vote, Carl. That's 2 votes, Carl. Third vote, Sarah. That's 1 vote, Sarah. 2 votes, Carl. 4 votes left. Fourth vote, Sarah. We are tied. 2 votes, Sarah. 2 votes, Carl. 3 votes left. Fifth vote, Carl. Sixth vote, Sarah. We are tied again. 3 votes, Sarah. 3 votes, Carl. 1 vote left. The 7th vote and the 10th person voted out, and the 4th member of the jury, Carl. Carl, that's 4. That's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Look, dude, I'll explain if I can. I hope so. Carl, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, you guys have made it to the final 6. Only 3 more eliminations to go. So half of you, 50% of you, will not make it to the final 3. And you won't be able to plead your case. Which 3 of you will make it that far? Only time will tell. Grab your torches and back to camp. Good night. Ah, damn it. I knew it was going to only be a matter of time before people realized how big of a threat I really am in challenges. I mean, I'm surprised I made it this far, considering how much of a threat I am. I'm disappointed because, winning this game would have made it so much easier in life. I mean, I don't have a high-paying job, and $1 million would have been amazing for me, but I get taken out, and I feel like it's a bit kind of lackluster, so hopefully I can play again, but we'll see what happens. I'm disappointed that Mike didn't work with us long term. I wish Phoebe and, I guess Jim all the best because, they were my allies, and I can't wait to cast my vote.